I have my still life set up here on a table next to the wall. This is an ideal situation. It's out of the way, it's not going to be disturbed. I put a towel over the table so I have a nice blank cover that the objects sit on. The wall's blank, so that's not distracting from the objects in the still life. Ideally, you could set it up like this. If you're unable to, first thing you need to do is take a picture of your still life. That way, if you do have to set it up, work on it, and then break it down, and then set it up again, you could try getting it as close as you possibly can to the way you originally set it up. Another way to set this up is if you have a kitchen table, set it up on the kitchen table at one end and sit at the opposite end of the kitchen table. You want to be a little bit of a distance away, at least 3-4 feet. It does help when you're doing measuring, which I'll go over in the next video. You can see I have a variety of different shapes and heights for the objects. My point of view, I'm going to be sitting, so it's going to be slightly lower. But you want to just make sure that you have things arranged in an interesting composition when you do this. Make sure you don't select things that are all too similar colored. It will make it a little bit harder to see the shapes. For example, I had blue teacups set up in the background at first. You could even see the goblets blue. It blends in with the wall a little bit. It's a little worse on the camera than it actually is in life, but another thing you want to consider is I'm doing this right next to a sliding glass window, so I have a lot of daylight on it. If I continue working this at night, my highlights and shadows are going to be different. So these are all things that you have to consider when setting your still life up. If you have the opportunity to put a lamp on it as a hard light source to cast some shadows, that will help as well.